This is Robert with Pioneer Smokehouses, and today I want to share with you the Kona brand wood pellets. Now, I went ahead and bought this 8-package variety box, and that way I could try all the flavors. Now, this is one of their very common best sellers, and the reason is because you get a little bit of everything. Let's go ahead and go through the box, and I'll show you some of the things that you get. This one is their Supreme blend. Here we have Hickory, which is one of the mainstays. We've got a sweet wood blend. We have the premium blend. We've got apple and cherry. And then we have two more of your really common items, which is mesquite, which I really love mesquite, and oak. Now, when I look for wood pellets, I like to find things that match my food really well. So I like to use a lot of hickory with my cheese, and it is so cold out here that it's really hard to do a long cook this time of year. But cheese is another story because that's a perfect food to smoke overnight. So I went ahead and tested the smoke on this bag of hickory right here, and I ran a batch of cheese. Now I went ahead and set it back in the smoker here so that way you could see it. It hasn't been sitting here the whole time. I did this a week ago. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just set this on a plate here so that way we can come back to that. And I have sampled it, by the way, because, well, cheese is my favorite smoked food. Down here we have our pellet smoke tray. Now I'm going to fill it up a little bit. I used a 1.5 on the fill here on that last batch of cheese, and that's about what I like to do. And then I put it in overnight, and then in the morning when I come, it's completely done and cool. But today I'm just going to do this, and I'll put my thumb over the hole here, and then I'm just going to fill it. That's another thing I really like about these small bags, is that it's easy to fill the tray. So again, we're just doing a sample here. We don't want to overdo it because I don't want to waste these wood pellets. So I've got it in there like that. And sometimes I'll put a haystack lighter in here when I go to light it. But today we're just going to do it like this. I'm going to go ahead and put the smoker back on there. Set it up here for you so you can see what I'm going to do. If you use a haystack lighter, you can pile a bunch of pellets on top of the haystack lighter and literally walk away. This blowtorch is particularly strong. I do also use this. It's my Searsall attachment, and I use it for that. But this right here starts this really well, and I like to not overdo it because I don't want to damage my pellet tray. And look how easily that's going. These were in the house. I didn't have them outside, and that does make them light better when you keep them in a dry, warm location before you go to use them. I recommend that you keep your pellets in a container in your garage or inside maybe your utility room or whatever. Don't leave them outside. I do that frequently, and it's just a problem. But you can see how fast I was able to light these and how well they're going. We're not quite there yet, so let's take a 30-second break and I'll be right back. So I counted in my head, and I think it's been 30 seconds, and we are burning really good, and that's a really good sign. So I'm going to go ahead and blow it out, and then I'll do the burn test and see if we're ready. Smoke's coming off. So my test to see if we're ready is if I can blow on it and it'll light back up, I know that we're good to go. And it lights back up, we're good to go. And then I like to make sure that I push all of the lit ones back to the end so I don't mix it. And then I give it a minute or two after I move it around to get going again. And then I put it in. You see how easily that was to light. And again, you can also just put a haystack down there, light it with a match or with a regular lighter. like this one. Put the lighter under there and get it going, and you can light your haystack, no problem. Oh, look, I've got one of those pellets lit right up. And again, they were dry when I got them, and I kept them in the house, and it's working out really well. But look at that. So let's blow it out again. And smoking along perfectly, and that'll be great for smoking cheese or anything that you want to just add smoke to. Even jerky, it's really good if you want to run that for like a half an hour or so and get it really smoky before you dry it, or before you actually put it into a regular smoker for drying or smoking. It'll add a huge punch of smoke. Now, with this variety, you can pretty much smoke anything. And I know that one of the common uses for these kind of pellets is for like a Ninja wood smoker or anything where you would add pellets to it. Another one that's a really good example is a pizza oven. A lot of the pizza ovens are fired by wood pellets, and these will work great, but they also make a pizza oven blend. So you can check that out. I'll try to put a link down below. I don't currently have any of those, but I'm planning on getting some because this summer I'm planning on doing a pizza oven on the channel. So anyway, the Hickory, I've tested it, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut a little piece of that cheese right here. Again, I've already tried it, and smoked cheese really is my favorite food. And here it is right there. It's been a week, so it's perfectly seasoned. That is great. For me, I could have used even more smoke, but I think my wife is still gonna like this, and that's really the measure of a perfect smoke, is when your wife likes it and you like it. So check out these pellets. I think you'll be really happy if you purchase them, and they also make a great gift.